Problem-based learning is where students identify something that they're looking at. So we call that the driving question. So a class of students may identify a driving question. They're going to look at some real-world avenues with that. That could be through an interview, that could be through research. And then they're going to try to solve that problem or that challenge that comes about it. We knew that there's lots of studies to show that that will improve achievement scores, but that wasn't our only task to that. We knew that when students have that student voice and authentic learning, it sticks with them for a longer period of time. So that's why we wanted to add it within our curriculum for our K-8 students.
So our project was a playground design. And we started with the driving question of how do we make a playground for our school. So we had 6 design teams. So first we started out with a survey to see what did the kids in our school really want. So every child had some input through the survey that the kids did on Google Forms, and we looked and we saw pie charts of who wanted what. We also observed the kids on the playground to see, are there areas they're not using? So we don't want any more equipment like that. Then we interviewed kids in the school that had different needs. So one of the kids in our school is blind, so that causes some difference in how he uses the playground. So the kids looked at everybody's pieces, everyone's design, said something good they liked about it and a question they had. And the kids then revised their designs. Then we got the opportunity through Google Meet to have a professional playground designer look, and each team presented and he said the good things and some things for them to think about. And they wrote persuasive letters to real people to persuade whoever their audience was, which was our superintendent, that their design should be chosen. Big takeaway is that there's this relationship between learning and real life, that the kids understand, I'm not just doing math or doing writing, I'm writing to persuade someone. I am doing this math to figure out how much wood chips are we going to need to fill in this, this space where the gravel used to be. And again, all of their social skills that are coming out of it are just amazing.
The Mask We Wear was the title of the project, and students had the opportunity to have dialogue and investigate how people present themselves in different situations, how culture affects how they present themselves, because different cultures obviously wear different head coverings, masks, have different celebrations. So students did a lot of that research type work to investigate. We had conversations about it, which was very eye-opening for many students to better understand the whys behind what people think, do, say, and how they project themselves. They actually decided what kind of mask would they want to create. Using paper mache as their base product and cardboard, recycled materials, they created the mask and the image that they chose. I think one of the big components, or the big learnings rather, is that students take more of a role of ownership and leadership with what they're doing. They'll put more effort into the work. They won't abandon it so easily when they own what they're doing and they're happy with how it's going, which is a big part of PBL. The ownership, it really empowers the students to do more. And I know that they'll remember it for a much longer period of time. Whether they ever wear the mask is, for whatever reason, it wasn't necessarily meant that way, but it will be something that they'll remember doing.